Alright, I forgot your name.
Just on my way
Otmar, I think your name is.
Back over there. It should be all set up on the network, but
You're not Otmar.
From there, you can access all the data you need to help us direct development.
I know who you are.
Get yourself settled, and then head out to practice when you're ready.
You're Carl.
I'll catch up with you later, okay?
And you're Sergio.
Racing Point are building themselves up to be a very real force to be reckoned with. They're ambitious and resourceful, and they'll expect you to be the same.
He's Otmar, he's Carl, I'm Ian, he's Sergio. Welcome to the first episode of our F1 2019 career mode here from the Season 1, Episode number 2, Melbourne Grand Prix. Oh, yeah, whatever. Right, so, his name is Otmar Schnaff now. I'm going to pronounce that name. Fuck that. Oh, we ain't going to do that. So, Carl, there's Emma. Going through my contract. Yes, I had a contract. And the goals. So, what do you want? Best finish of 8th. Okay. Weekend preview looks dry as well, which is all looking good for the race. Yeah, that's about contract negotiations and whatnot. So that's how we stand at the moment. So here's Sergio. Look at that face. Yeah, let's have a look at the R&D tree. So we're in the middle of the field. We're not the best, we're not the worst. That's the driver details again. That's the rivals. Go back. There we go. So R&D tree. I would imagine because we've got the Merc engine behind us, we've got a big old power train behind. There you go, third in power behind Williams. That's surprising. Toro Rosso down at the bottom, as is McLaren and Renault. Ooh, they've done us dirty with the aero. Third worst aero package. So I imagine we got the about right for the chassis. And that's for that. Okay, so loads of new faces, loads of new people to go through. We're going to get you caught up with it all when we get there. But the first thing we're going to do is go get practiced. So we're going to get practiced. We're going to get qualified. And then we will see you for the Australian Grand Prix. And really, I don't know what we're going to expect from this Force India. I don't know. But hopefully we can come away with some decent points. Let's find out, shall we?
New drivers, new cars, it's a new Formula One season. But it's the same Albert Park that we've come to know and love for more than 2 decades now that plays host to round 1 of a 21-race championship that takes us from here in Australia across the globe and the eventual season finale at the Yas Island circuit in Abu Dhabi. So here we are at Albert Park Circuit. 3.3 miles of public roads, closed for the weekend of course, make for a bumpy surface with little undulation. There are 16 corners around the lake with the best passing opportunities coming at turn 1 and turn 3. We have plenty of changes to the sport this year with tweaks to the regulations, a fresh looking spread of tyre compounds and of course some changes to the roster of car manufacturers. It's goodbye to Sauber and hello once again to the classic name of Alfa Romeo in Formula One. It's also goodbye to Force India. They've been rebranded as Racing Point. Joining me to take you through all the action of the 2019 Formula One season is Anthony Davidson. And it's great to have you with us.
Thanks, Crofty. Always happy to be here, and I'm looking forward to getting underway. Last year was Mercedes' 5th Constructors' title in a row, although for the first half of the season it was absolutely neck and neck with the Ferraris. Hopefully this year we can see the chasing pack take that final step, as I'd love to see a championship contest all the way up to the final race in Abu Dhabi. Another story to keep an eye on is the performance of Red Bull, who have switched to the Honda power unit this year. What that will mean for both their performance and reliability remains to be seen.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Sebastian Vettel has a clear track ahead of him today. He starts in pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Leclerc, Verstappen, Valtteri Bottas, and Perez, Gasly, Ricciardo, Butler, and Roman Grosjean. Hulkenberg, Weber, Kimi Raikkonen, and Norris, Albon, Poole, George Russell, and Antonio Giovinazzi. Kubica and Daniel Kvyat completes the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Keep your eyes open on the run to turn 1 and keep it clean. We want to come out in one piece. Good luck.
And we still got Jeff as our main man. You've all missed Jeff, haven't you? You all want me to tell Jeff to shut up at some point during this race, don't you? So, it's going to be the one-stop strategy today. Look how long we go on the super soft tyres. Now, what you will notice from last year, there's only 3 compounds now, soft, medium and hard. But they go C1, C2, C3, C4, C5. And they can bring any 3 to the race weekend. We did make a YOLO adjustment before qualifying. I wasn't quite happy with the back end. And I still don't think I'm very happy with the back end. But we can't change that now. So let's get out there. P16 we are. Let's see what we can get in our first race, shall we? Oh, here we go, folks. Look how stunning these graphics are. It's like you're actually watching it, but fire lights are out and it's lights out. Away we go. And that's a pretty good start for one of the Renaults there. We're 4 wide at the back. Would you believe I'm in that 4 wide with one of the Alfa Romeos and the 2 Williams? We're all over the grass. And we're down to P19. They go up at the front. The Mercs and the Ferraris are side by side. We want to be catching up to some of that action. We dive bomb down the inside of the Williamses and the Alfa Romeo. I've got to hold to myself because it's not Sauber anymore. It's Alfa Romeo. Being the feeder team to the Ferraris. We got to see, whoa, who was that around the outside? I'm pretty sure that was Kimi Raikkonen around the outside of one of the Ferraris. Sorry, Kimi I think's lost a piece of wing. Bloody hell, it's getting a bit violent out here at the start of Albert Park. But we've somehow managed to crawl ourselves back up the field. Don't ask us how, we just have. That's Lando Norris, who's taken over from he's taken over from Stoffel Van Dorn this year. You're going to hear a lot of new names, a lot of new faces, folks. So bear with me. Behind me is Antonio Giovinazzi, who's taken over from Marcus Ericsson, I want to say. I'm trying to remember the Sauber pairing from last year. It was Ericsson and somebody else. I can't remember his name. Oh, it was Leclerc, wasn't it? Yes. It was Leclerc. But Leclerc has gone elsewhere, as we'll see probably later on in the video. As we go on board with ourselves, and I imagine that Antonio Giovinazzi is going to have a go. Look at this. We've gone ultra defensive. He's trying around the outside, but that's not going to work. He's got, I believe that's Danny Kvyat behind, or it might be Alex Albon, who's another new face from GP2. But we maintain our position. So we're still P14 over Antonio Giovinazzi. Lando Norris in front of us. Who's Lando fighting with? He's fighting with one of the Haas's, I think. Oh no, I see the other McLaren there. Now, the other McLaren should be Carlos Sainz, but it's not Carlos Sainz. It's the other guy I was with in GP2, which was Lucas Weber. Weber, I think that's how you pronounce it, the German. He's going to have a go on Roman Grosjean here. Go get yourself some there. Teammate, mind you, I think it came on the radio. I think Grosjean's got a problem of some sort, because you can see how much he fell back from Weber. And he might be under attack here from 2 people here, because here comes Lando and here comes myself down the inside. Big dive bomb! Ha 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 ha! Yep, boom! Well, he wants to contest it, does Grosjean. Yeah, that's the end of that contest. I will tell you now, that is a no contest, end of. Goodbye. Thank you. And sayonara. So we're coming out of turn, whatever it is, to start lap number 3. That is going to be Lando Norris having a go at Roman Grosjean himself. You'll notice ultra aggressive AI this year. And this is what I really like about the game. He's gone round the outside of turn 1. Good lord! Oh, this Lando kid is going to be a good... And they're clambering over each other behind me. Grosjean doesn't want to give up the fight, but he's going to have to if he's got something wrong with his car. There you go. Move Lando up into P13. Meanwhile, in P12, which is our objective position, we don't want to be too far away from P12 here. I'm pretty sure that there's a conversation going on outside as well. As Giovinazzi lines up Grosjean. This should be an easy pass. He's going to go down the inside into the fast chicane, and I think Alex Albon's coming in behind him. Ooh, I think Grosjean hit the wall there. I have a word if Grosjean hit the wall. Grosjean's losing positions left, right and centre. He's now about to lose one to George Russell and Robert Kubica. See you later. Yep, that's the new Williams pairing this year. Last year it was Lance Stroll and Sergei Sorokin, but no, now here's a face that's not new to Formula 1. That's Max Verstappen. You know I said where's Leclerc? He's right there. He's in Ferrari now. And Verstappen moving to P3. That's going to be a fight I want to see this year. Verstappen and Leclerc. I wanted to see that for a while. I think Bottas has just mugged them both. Bottas has just mugged both of them off in that Merc. But nope, Verstappen. You're going to have to wake up pretty early and smell the coffee there to get one over Verstappen as we go to Alex Albon. The Thai driver in the Toro Rosso is taken over from... I'm trying to remember the Toro Rosso pairing from last year. It was Gasly and I can't remember the other guy's name. Who was the other guy's name? I can't remember it, but it's a new pairing over here at Toro Rosso. And that is going to be the Thai driver, Alex Albon. Ooh, still fighting with Giovinazzi. Giovinazzi don't want to let this go. He might want to, because here comes Kubica and Russell. Oh, big lock-up going into turn... Well, I forgot what turn that might be. I'm trying to remember the other guy that was in Toro Rosso with Gasly. But for the life of me, I can't remember him. I took over his... oh, it was Brendan Hartley. That's who it was. Here we go. We're going to a Williams Civil War. Who is this? Oh, that was aggressive. And I think that's George Russell. Kings Lynn's second fastest driver behind Martin Brundle. He's up into P15 now. So good move. Oh, I think Kubica's also got him some Kubica. What a fairy tale story this is. Robert Kubica coming back into F1 after a serious rallying accident which almost cost him his arm. Yep, he's driving basically with one good arm, ladies and gentlemen. And I think Kubica is still a world-class driver. I'll say it, and I mean it. And I don't care who I offend in saying that. But look at this, all this time that's passed, we're already on lap 5. It really does go quick sometimes, doesn't it? Goes very quickly indeed as we could fly into... No, just gotta remember the corners here. I think that's turn 6. No, 3, 4, 5... Yeah, that's turn 6. 7, 8. So here comes... well, here comes a pass actually. I believe this will be Weber, the GP2 driver. He's under attack from Nico Hulkenberg. Or was that Danny Rick? No, that's Nico Hulkenberg for P10. Keep Weber in that position. Thank you very much. Speaking of keeping that position, this happened beforehand. This is Max Verstappen under attack from Valtteri Bottas. They've dumped Leclerc. Oh, you're going to have to... I tell you what, if he makes this stick, that's a fantastic move, and it is. Wow! Give that man a medal, somebody. Because that was an insane pass by Valtteri Bottas. He had no right making that pass, actually. But he went and he made it. And he made it his own. Which was all good. So we got yellow flag. Ah. That might be why the yellow flag just came out. That is Alex Albon. Who's not getting over the other side of the track. I think he actually has an issue with the... I don't think it's an engine issue. I think he's got... some kind of issue, because you can see his steering wheel lurching around a bit, so I think he might have a suspension damage or something, but that looks more than engine related, and he'll park it up on the pit exit. Not very responsible parking there, Mr. Albon, but we'll let you off with that one. It's your first Grand Prix. It's not our first, well, it is our first Grand Prix with this Pink Panther I want to know what people think of this. The Pink Panther. We're going to start a trend now. Hashtag Pink Panther for the Racing Point team. Yeah, we're not Force India anymore. We're Racing Point. And I've replaced the new guy in there because Sergio was there from last season. And the new guy was Lance Stroll. So lovely, I replaced Lance. And speaking of being replaced, Grosjean and Raikkonen having a good fight here for P16. That should be, if Grosjean's got issues, that should be done, dusted and gone. He's going to go around the outside into turn 12? I think that's turn 12. Grosjean's making him work for it. He's making him really work for it. Wow, this is still side by side. Side by side coming on start lap number 7. I do believe. This is incredible. There's a yellow flag, green flag up ahead. I think that's for when Albon retired. And they're still side by side. This Haas doesn't want to give this position. There you go, finally. He succeeds the position and moved Kimi Raikkonen up a position now. While they were fighting, this was going on with Danny Kvyat. He's got Giovinazzi. I tell you what, how about 3 wide into the first corner? That's crazy. Danny Kvyat back in F1. Oh, and into the side of Giovinazzi. That's former Ferrari test teammates right there, folks. And no quarter given as they both mug off Robert Kubica. And that is P15 for Giovinazzi, P16 for Kvyat. Now in the meantime, we've chased down Nico Hülkenberg here in the Renault, who's got a new teammate this year. Well, hopefully we'll bump into him later. You may know him. This country may know him as well. That's right, it's Danny Rick. So anyway, I spoiled it for you. But Hülkenberg has been going pretty slowly. I wonder if he's got an issue. Well, he'll have an issue in a minute, and that issue will be that we're about to pass him for P11 to the inside. We had DRS and everything. And, oh, we ran very wide. This Racing Point, I want to call it a Force India. It's not a Force India, it's a Racing Point. It's really, really slippery with the lack of downforce, and we've got to come straight in because we're going to try an ambitious 2-lap undercut here. It's going to be really ambitious for us as we meet our team for the first time. 22 men, and they're all going to change a tyre in 2 seconds or less. So our first pit stop with Racing Point done and dusted. How'd you like that? You can get pit stops under 2 seconds. Yes, folks. That you think how heavy these tyres are, and 2-second pit stops. Speaking of 2 seconds, it looks like Lando Norris is going to have a go. No, so that's yeah, that is Norris. This could be for a net P9. But look on the outside here. That's that's naughty. Was that Leclerc? I think it was Leclerc. We'll soon have a look as they breeze past. Actually, I think that's Vettel. I think, yes, that's no, I can't tell. Well, whoever it is, he just breezed around the parent. I think it was Sebastian Vettel, and moved Norris up to P9. Well, actually, now it's down to P10, I should say. And Hülkenberg's kept his position, but we came out P17, which isn't too bad. Actually, if we get a massive undercut on these soft tyres, the C3s I do believe, then we are going to absolutely muller a few people. We might be on for some points today. Who is this? This is going to be Giovinazzi, Antonio Giovinazzi, with everyone's favourite driver, Devon Butler, who went to Haas, replacing Kevin Magnussen. Oh, Devon Butler, the guy who you just want to punch several times and then punch a bit more just because you feel like it. But move him up into P... What was P? P13, that's what it was. I haven't got used to F1 yet. It's been off my channel for a while. I need to re-get used to it if you all don't mind. I'm pretty sure you'll give me a couple of races. Now, this isn't for position, but this is a bit naughty and a bit cheeky here. Watch Lando here. Oh, right to the side of Verstappen. I think he's about to lose out to Leclerc in this as well. He might have suffered some damage there. I hope he hasn't, because Lando Norris is getting a big chance here. Yes, and his teammate is Lucas Weber, our old GP2 teammate who's replaced Carlos Sainz, who replaced Fernando Alonso, who retired from F1. And many people were shocked at that one. None more so than this man right here. But where are we? We're pit stops are cycling through now, so we're P13. We came in P12. Raikkonen's not pitted yet, so that's for a position. Speaking of not pitted yet, Nico Hulkenberg is about to be passed by it's Danny Rick, sorry. Danny Rick's about to be passed by... who is that? Oh, an aggressive goes into the wall and around and all over the place. I think that was Devon Butler. Giving Ricciardo the business there. He's about to get the business as well from Weber. Down the front straight in front of the home fans. Lucas, I'm going to make a suggestion. This is from one GP2 teammate to another. You might need the armed guard to get out of Australia, because they won't like that. They really don't like their man being passed. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about as well. Unbelievable. As we see, who is this? That's George Russell. He's coming up to the back of Lando Norris and Nico Hulkenberg here. And I think Norris has just come out of the pits as well on those new tyres. As we do a bit of damage of ourselves, that's going to make it... not very nice, but move George Russell up a position past Nico Hulkenberg, because those Renaults are falling off like mad. We've cycled through to P11 thanks to Lando making his stop. We're catching Danny Rick. It looks like we're actually gaining a little bit on Ricciardo, so one of these Renaults are really, really struggling with some performance here. You would hope not. Especially as it's first race for Renault, he might have something to prove to his more established German teammate Nico Hulkenberg. But already we're on lap 10. This race has just flown by. You can hardly believe it's flown by this much. As we go across start lap 11, 5 laps to go. Gap is about 5 seconds, so we're definitely gaining on Ricciardo. This would be for one World Championship point, a very much needed World Championship point, and a point to prove as well to our teammate who is long up the road. Sergio, the more established person in the team, so by all means let him have whatever he wants, folks. I can assure you that he can have it, and we will give it to him gladly. We're not even going to argue it. We're not going to contest it. As we go to Ricciardo, he must have a problem of sorts, because there's... yeah, I thought he has a problem. And there it is right there. And that sound, as well as his engine going off, is the sound of many Australian hearts breaking as their man retires.
They've got a serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring.
So we are P10. We're in the points, baby. Up in front of us is Lucas Weber. I don't know if we'll be able to catch him, but the handling on these cars, I cannot stress how bad the handling on these cars are. Some of them are utterly terrible. The understeer and the brakes, they just feel so numb. Just feel so terrible, so crazy. I just wish there was something that could be done about it, but unfortunately there isn't, as we go back to Antonio Giovinazzi with Robert Kubica for P15 on the track, and I think that is going to be Alfa Romeo passing Williams. Williams' car looking like a giant tub of toothpaste this year, whereas the Sauber looks really resplendent with that Alfa Romeo livery. Honestly, you look at an Alfa Romeo road car and you think, hello sexy. Well, now look at that Alfa Romeo F1 car and you think, hello gorgeous. Because let me assure you folks, it is gorgeous. And properly gorgeous at the same time.
We advise moving to mix 2, fuel to mix 2.
But through we go. As we go to, who is it? That'll be Nico Hulkenberg, who's presumably with George Russell listed for P12. George Russell outperforming that Williams big time. I thought if we went there, we'd be struggling, but we're not. Now we go to the front of the field here. This is Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc for P4. This is going to be a I want to see this. Oh, two young Chargers giving it everything side by side through the first corner. Round, and Verstappen's going to keep it momentarily. Leclerc, though, will have something to say about that. He's going to try the outside of turn 3. That's bold. Because Max won't give you much. In fact, he won't even give you the crumbs off his bacon sandwich. If he eats bacon sandwiches. And there's the proof of that. Because he keeps P3. We're still P10. We're not chasing down Weber, but we might have Lando Norris for company in a second. As we go back to Verstappen with Leclerc. The man Gasly's coming up fast. Oh, as if Leclerc faked him out. Side by side. And give that place to Leclerc. No, don't give it to him yet. Verstappen keeps hold of it. Incredible racing from the two young Chargers there. It may not be over there, but we go to Sebastian Vettel with Valtteri Bottas for P2. Oh, that's going to be Merc on the Ferrari Violent, and I think Vettel, he's going to contest it through the first corner he goes. They're still side by side. Bottas with the DRS open. And Bottas, will he get his man for P2? Not quite. Not quite. He does now. That's going to be a Mercedes 1-2, I think, because we get an absolutely atrocious exit from the last corner. We've got Lando all over our rear end. He's all over it like Kim Kardashian is on Kanye West. Thankfully, though, we keep hold of P10. That's not what we need to see. We need to keep him firmly behind us, if you don't mind. I don't want to see Lando Norris again, but we're on lap number 14. Coming up as Lando is all over our rear, and he's side by side going into that corner. You can forget even trying that, because that will not work with me. I always say, if you want to pass me, you go to the outside. If you don't go to the outside, you better stay there. Better stay there and hold your turn as Bottas and Vettel fight. They've started the last lap here. Hamilton out in front. We haven't seen much of Lewis Hamilton, and rightfully so. But look at this side by side, the four-time champion of the world, Sebastian Vettel, and champion-elect Valtteri Bottas, and Vettel gets him. Sebastian Vettel, he's the man. As we come through the penultimate corner, we're going to come start the last lap right now. We got a decent exit. We've still got Lando Norris for company. Lando, can I suggest you go away, please? Go away, Lando.
This is your final lap of the race.
Go, Lando, go away. Lando, go. Go home. You're not getting this point. I will fight you to the death for this point. This is the debut of my F1 2019 career, and you are not having this point. I'm not giving it you. Go away. Shoo. Skedaddle. Piss off. Go home. Now, he's not going to take the message here, but someone who will take the message is Lewis Hamilton. And start to finish domination. He'll win the Australian Grand Prix and a canter with Sebastian Vettel coming home in second place. Valtteri Bottas third. So that's the podium there. We'll be there in a minute, guys. We're just dealing with Lando here as Lando thinks about a fake to the chicane. I would have put you in the wall there, Lando, and you know I would. He's trying to get... Oh my god. Oh my god, Lando wants this point badly, doesn't he? We got an atrocious exit from that corner. We'll be careful. Nico Hulkenberg, who did have an issue, he's coming back towards us, but I think we're going to hold on here. Just got to go through the last corner, and we're going to hold on just about to claim our first point in F1 2019. Get in, my son. Whew!
Race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
That was tough, man. That was tough.
The Mercedes team pulled out a fantastic performance today. They should be proud. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
I really feel the track layout combined with the track temperatures we saw today suited their car. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature, and the driver did a great job managing that as well. They just look so comfortable out there. It's like anything, it always looks so easy when it all just clicks.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot, a well-earned victory for Mercedes. So, let's review the drivers' standings. Lewis Hamilton takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship after an excellent result. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
I have to give it to Paul.
Let's move on to the constructors. Mercedes moved to the top of the table. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Well, I hope you like all the new animations and the new graphics, because they look absolutely fantastic. I must admit. And what a Grand Prix. Our first Grand Prix, but the winner of the Grand Prix, Lewis Hamilton, ahead of Sebastian Vettel. Now you notice Sebastian's best time in purple. This year you get a point for the fastest lap if you're in the top 10. And that's why Sebastian has 19 instead of 18. Bottas, Verstappen, Leclerc, Gasly, Sergio Perez doing a good job in 7th. Devon Butler, wanker, he's P8. Lucas Weber 9, and we bring home for a point for Racing Point. Whew! And 2 retirements, Daniel Ricciardo and Alex Albon. Unlucky for both of them. So let's head on out of it, shall we? Nice to know some things don't change.
Let's have your take on it.
Good day today.
That was a good race for Lucas.
Why are you asking me about my teammate?
Doing well.
I'm F2. But you know, it was a good race. Can't fault him. So let's choose the bottom answer.
There wasn't much between you.
Well, there was actually a lot more than you thought there was, darling. But you know, he set a standard. But we just hope we can match it.
You gained a lot of positions.
I did gain a lot of positions during that race, and it was no thanks to that awfully shoddy fucking aero package. My God.
It wasn't the cleanest race today, was it?
No, I was an idiot magnet today. Proper idiot magnet. There's a rep decrease for somebody.
Appreciate your time.
Appreciate your time! Although she doesn't say that anymore, does she? It doesn't say it like that. So Sergio's winning the rivalry at the moment. That's fine. I got no qualms with that, Sergio. If you want to win a rivalry, win a rivalry. I don't care. I'm going to whoop you next time, man. Promise you. Oh no, it's Bahrain next as well. No one wants to say anything? No one congratulate me on that point? Oh, now this is new. It looks like that your teammate can attend events. So he's attending a checkpoint challenge at Silverstone in the McLaren. Oh, and this is something else that's new as well. You're going to get to see press briefings from Devon and from Lucas. So Lucas basically, I think he's given some good answers. Basically saying, yeah, he wishes me well there. Not much between us was similar. Fair enough with that. Devon, but him and Devon weren't far apart. They're very similar. He gained a lot of positions and he's thrilled, so that's fair enough. He's gone to McLaren. And Haasboy. Haasboy's, I think Devon, he just has one of those faces you want to punch, doesn't he? He just has one of those faces. But we did well in our first race to finish 10th. So we're going to spend some of these resource points, and the first thing we're going to do is sort out the shoddy aero package that this car has. Give me some more downforce. And plenty of it. Although we've got to wait till Azerbaijan to get them. Really? I told her wait till Azerbaijan. I want them at the next race. Give me them now. We can't even buy anything durability. That's stucks. The power's a major one. I may do that for Canada. Because I don't think the power's going to worry too much going into Monaco. Up towards Monaco. So probably around Azerbaijan we'll buy the power. And we can't do much with the chassis either. Which sucks. So it looks like we're going to keep hold of these 423 resource points. And probably spend them after Bahrain next video. But seriously guys, I hope you've enjoyed that first race, because honestly this is going to be the best F1 game of all time. It's going to be one of those that everyone will just rush to buy, because 2 years it took them to make this game, and 2 years is well enough time for it. So, leave a like if you like this video. Let's see if we can get this up to 10 likes. I want to see if we can get there. You hit the notification bell. You'll get notifications the second this uploads onto YouTube. Subscribe for all the daily content that we've got going on. And until the next time, where we're going to do this checkpoint challenge, we will see all you guys for episode 3 around Sakia. Until then, next guys, take care. Bye-bye.